welcome. It's been a gorgeous, belting, hot, sunny morning, but thankfully we have some cloud cover at last, so I'm hoping to get out and lift these potatoes. Now I know I have a King Edward's and I have a something else. I cannot remember what the something else was. I read the label when I was buying the seed potatoes at the garden centre, thought they look interesting, we'll give them a go. Paid for them at the till, walked out the door, completely forgot what they are. So if they're delicious, I'll be really disappointed because I have no idea what variety to buy in the future. Now these actually died back about a week, 10 days ago. The King Edward side literally went all black and crinkly in the space of about 2 days this weekend. So I suspect this might be blight rather than standard dieback, but I'm not sure. It's a very sudden dieback. Usually it's a bit more gradual. So let's get them lifted and see what we've got. Now because I have a faint suspicion these might have died back with blight rather than standard age and dying off, I'm going to burn the tops of these and not compost them. Do I need me secateurs? Maybe. Let's pull off the grassy mulch. Ooh! We'll bring you in closer to see what's going on. Brought you in close because as soon as I pull off the grassy mulch, we have potato! Ugh. These have a hint of pink to them. And a bit of slug. Get out of there, slug. Oh, you're mushy. That's not good. Nice. Let's see what we get. Got a basket. Ugh. A sort of half red skin, half white skin range. Got some weird knobbly potatoes going on. Whoa, big potato. Oh, there's another one. There's lots of joined up potatoes in here.
Now we have a couple more minutes of speedy potato harvesting. Let's have a tune to go with it.
Another joined up potato.
that's us nearly finished. Got them all, I think.
Well, I'm really pleased with that. I got a lot more than I was expecting. I planted these potatoes, covered them in grassy mulch, came back to them about 2 months later and added more grassy mulch, a big thick deep layer. But that's it. I've not been watering them, and the first couple of months in the ground it was really dry. Having said that, for the past 6 weeks we seem to have had non-stop permanent rain. I think these white ones are probably my King Edwards, and these funny half ready pink, white, marbled looking potatoes are whatever my other variety was. Now I do wish I could remember its name, because actually I don't think I would buy it again, mainly because a lot of these potatoes are joined together. I've got loads and loads of these marbled pinky whites. They've just snapped apart. They snap easily. Oh, actually, I don't like the joining together because when it comes to peeling potatoes, those joins are a nuisance, and storing, having all these breaks, is not good either. So I'm going to use these up first in the kitchen and store my white ones for later use. So even if it tastes amazing, oh, I did get one quite big one here, I don't like that joined togetherness of these. Are there any more? Yep, there's another one stuck together. Even a tiny one, 2 bits joined together. I don't like that. And a random onion. Now this must have overwintered from last year, I suspect. It's grown into 2 onions now. It's not very big, but it's still an onion. I'll use it. Really good, I think. Where's my other basket? There. So, 2 baskets of potatoes. So I'm going to sort these out. Put my whites in one basket and my pinks in another. They're pinks. Give them a bit of a wash. We'll see what we've got. And tidy up this mess. I'm going to put my grassy mulch into the compost heap to continue breaking down, make beautiful compost. Rake this over and see how we're looking. I did just say I was going to compost my grassy mulch, and at the last minute I've changed my mind and decided I'm actually going to recover this bed with it. And that'll keep the soil nice and protected. There's lots of worms busily working away in here, composting up this mulch on site where it is. And that's probably me done with this bed for the winter. I may plant some brassicas in it, but I plan to put them in the neighbouring bed. So if I have too many, perhaps I'll try the overflow in here. But at the moment, I'm thinking this is just going to be laid, covered in mulch, all prepared, set and ready for next spring planting of who knows what. Well, there we have it, potato harvest. These are definitely the King Edwards, and I don't know what these pink marbled potatoes are. If anyone knows, please add it to the comments and let us all find out. So some are very red pink, but most of them are pretty white with pinky splotches. The biggest difference with these potatoes to most others I've grown in the past is a lot of them have this double knobbly root going on, tuber. So we've got lots of potatoes with this extra potato growing out the side of it. They're generally not enormous. I have one big potato, but most of them are good usable size. Lots of King Edwards. There are actually more of these. They've done better for the same number of seed potatoes placed in the ground. My little box at the end are all their tiny ones of both varieties, all mixed up. Not worth messing with the potato peeler on these. I shall just boil them up, put some butter on them and eat them as they are, skins and all. And 2 little tiny random onions that happen to be in that bed. So I shall use these as well. I'm really pleased with that harvest. I planted 12 potatoes, 6 of each variety. I'm pretty sure I only had 6, at very most 8. And I've done nothing much with them. 2 layers of grassy mulch, 1 when they were first planted and 1 partway through their growing period. So I'm very pleased with that. I don't know what they weigh. Heavy. The King Edwards have produced better. These red marbled things, less so. Still a good crop though. As I say, the thing that would put me off of these, unless they taste absolutely amazing, is this conjoinedness. It's just such a faff once you're in the kitchen with them. Now I have a melon to harvest. Let's go and get that one. Oh, I forgot. More potatoes, I nearly forgot. So I have got a few, when I washed them all that I've sorted through, that have had slug damage. So these are all my rejects. Another melon to harvest today. Now this melon variety is an ananas. Oh, let's get him off the plant. I'm growing 2 large size melon varieties, this ananas and the Emir F1 that I harvested the other day. So I'm going to take this one into the house and we'll compare it against the Emir and see if there's any difference. There is a difference in the outer skin of the melons. The Emir has dark green stripes in it, and the ananas is the same colour all over and has this textured netting effect on the outer skin. Here I have the seed pods of the bread seed poppy. Now this year this particular poppy plant had really dark plummy purple flowers. So I'm going to save the seeds from this one. Most of my other poppies are a pale wishy-washy pink. But this one was such a stunning colour. I'm hopefully going to spread it around a bit more. Got a plant tray and I'm just bending over each of the heads and all the seeds are falling into my tray. So just 2 heads from this poppy has given me loads of seeds.
I'm carrying on shaking out as many dry heads as I can find. Lots and lots of lovely poppy seeds.
As they're ready to fall out of the seed pods, these seeds should already be very dry. But just to make doubly sure, I'm going to leave this little tray sitting out on the worktop for a couple of weeks, and then I shall bag up the seeds ready for next year. Remembering, of course, to put a label with this tray so I don't forget what they are. Are we there? Yes, we are. Oh, lovely. Last bit of harvesting for today. I've got a Minnesota midget melon here, so I'll compare that with the other 2 back in the kitchen. I've heard good things about the Minnesota midget, so hopefully it tastes amazing. That's if I've not picked it too soon. Midget being its name, this is actually quite a big midget melon from what I've seen. the last of my sweet corn and the first of my winter squash. This crown prince squash, its stem stalk is starting to go brown, and it's also starting to get a little bit of slug munching. Sorry, I'm squinting in the sun. So I decided I'm going to take it while it's so big and beautiful before the slugs do much more damage to this stalk. So the first winter squash and the last of my sweet corn, and an extra mini melon, Minnesota midget.
Well, here we are in the house ready to test these melons and see how they taste. Now this is an Emir F1. I know it tastes delicious because I ate one a couple of days ago. The Minnesota midget and the ananas that we have just picked. I'm going to open up the ananas first because, as I say, I know what this one tastes like. I think the Emir is actually the ripest one I have. I can really smell the melon smell from that one. This is probably my least ripe. I'm a little nervous I might have picked that one too soon, the Minnesota midget. And this should be pretty perfect. So let's see what we've got. So this is a largish size melon. I think they can grow bigger than this. Just happens to be the size of the melon I've got. And it's got this rough netting texture to its outside skin. Oh, feels ripe. What do we like? Ooh, lovely. How does it smell? Melony. Right, we put that one there. I'm going to scoop out my seeds and have a taste. Now I can keep seeds from my ananas and grow new melons next year. I can't guarantee what it pollinated with though, so I may get cross-pollinated seeds and some other weird, strange variety of melon. Let's just scoop a bit out, or a little firm, but not bad. Very sweet. Very sweet and sugary. Definitely ripe and ready. Sugary sweetness is the thing I'm getting most from this melon. I'm going to put my tray that way so I can have seeds from that melon there. Let's open up the other big one. This is an Emir F1. Now I can also keep seeds from this, but as an F1 melon, the seeds won't produce more melons like this. This is a cross from two different varieties. So what its offspring will be like is anyone's guess. And it itself may have also cross-pollinated. This smells really strong. Strong melon scent. So out with the seeds. Oh, I'll put them in the middle. Oh, really juicy. A little bit riper, I think. Let's give it a taste, even though I know what this tastes like. Oh, move these seeds out of the way. There we go. There's a big puddle of juice on my tray. I know this tastes delicious. I had it the other day. This is not quite as sugary sweet as the ananas. The ananas is very sugary sweet. This is sweet, but it's got much more of a perfumey, melony, flowery flavour. This particular one is very juicy, but that's much more the stage of ripeness than anything. And last, the one I'm most interested in actually, is this Minnesota Midget. I'm a little nervous it's going to be underripe, but we'll see. Ooh, doesn't feel underripe, cut through nice and easy. I don't know if it's supposed to go orangey inside or stay this yellow melony colour. I'd have to check the internet and see what Google says. It's nice and soft though. And when we're going to put its seeds? Google said it should go orange. Not quite as orange as my other two melons. I will keep a few seeds from each and grow some plants next year. Not got a strong melon smell yet. It's a little bit firm, underripe. Oh, that's a shame. I would say I've picked this too soon. It's not ready. I'd say it's a little firm and at the moment lacking in any great amount of flavour or sweetness. It's much like eating a cucumber really. I'm going to have to wait a few weeks for the rest of the melons to ripen up further. See if we can get some better flavour out of this Minnesota Midget. So that's my fault. I'm too keen and eager to try it. So there's my melons. My EMEA F1 is very ready at the moment. The ananas is also ready today. Picked just perfectly. And sadly, my poor Minnesota Midget is just not ripe enough yet. So bye for now, and we'll see you next time.